I'm going to be straightforward with you today because I think sugarcoating that actually does more damage than good. If you're someone who struggles with discipline, who starts things and does not finish them, who knows what they should be doing and consistently does not do it, and you also want to build something real, this video is directly for you. And I want you to stay with it because I'm not going to lecture you. I'm going to tell you what exactly works because I have lived this. The first thing I want to dismantle is the idea that disciplined people are just built differently. That some people have it and some do not. That is not true, and believing it is one of the most convenient excuses a person can hold on to because it removes all responsibility. If discipline is just something you either have or do not have, there is nothing to do about it, and that belief will keep you exactly where you are. Discipline is a skill. It is built through repetition, the same way any other skill is built. And like any skill, the way you build it is through starting smaller and then feels meaningful and being more consistent than feels impressive. Not running a marathon on day one, running 1 mile. Not overhauling your entire business in a week, changing one habit. That consistency of a small thing is what builds the capacity for the bigger thing. The second thing is environment, and this is the one most people completely overlook. You can have the best intentions in the world, and if your environment is not set up to support the behavior you are trying to build, you are going to lose every time. Speaking from personal experience, I've had to constantly move periodically throughout the year to make sure that I am in the right frame of mind to do the type of work that I want to be and that I want to do. Because willpower is limited, right? It is a limited resource, and relying on it exclusively is a losing strategy. Look at your phone. Look at the first thing you see in the morning. Look at who you spend the most time around. Look at what your workspace looks like. Look at what your evenings look like before the next morning starts. All of those things are either making your discipline easier or harder for you. There's a saying, you are what you eat. And I think that goes well beyond just food. You are the people you interact with, the food you consume, the things you hear, the things that you say, the things that you watch. And most people are living in environments that make it significantly harder and then wondering why they cannot stay consistent. Change the environment before you try to change the behavior. Remove the friction between you and the thing you are trying to do. Add friction between you and the things that pull you away from it. This is not complicated, but it requires honesty about what is actually going on in your day-to-day life. The deeper work is gonna be identity. And I touched on this in another video, but I want to go further in this one because I think that it is the actual root of most discipline problems. The reason most people cannot stay consistent is not because they lack information or motivation, it is because they have not actually decided who they are. They're trying to do disciplined things while still fundamentally seeing themselves as an undisciplined individual. And the brain is very good at making your behavior match your identity. So it will keep pulling you back. The shift is deciding before the evidence actually shows up. Deciding that you are someone who does what they say they are going to do. Someone who handles the hard things first. Someone who builds things that last. And then making decisions from that. Identity is even what it is. Uncomfortable. Especially when it is uncomfortable, because every time you do the hard thing when you do not feel like it is when you are actually casting a vote for that identity. And enough votes change the story you tell about yourself well before it tells the story for others. Practically, here is what I would like to tell you. Pick one thing, not 5 things, but one. The one behavior that if you did it consistently for the next 90 days would have the biggest impact on where you are trying to go. And commit to that one thing publicly if you can. Tell someone, put something on the line. Because accountability is infrastructure. And most people are trying to build discipline in complete isolation, which makes it completely and significantly harder. Track it simply, not in a complicated system, a notes on your phone, on a journal, a check mark on a calendar, something that gives you a visual evidence that you are showing up. Because seeing the streak build is its own form of motivation, and breaking it starts to feel like a real cost. And when you miss a day, which you will, the rule is you never miss twice. 1 miss is human, 2 misses is beginning a new pattern. Get back the next day without drama and keep going. Discipline is not about being perfect. It is about being someone who keeps coming back. Build that and everything else becomes easier. Subscribe and follow along. We'll talk about this every day.